because as a kid, I didn't have that, right? As a kid, because I'm adopted, and as a kid, I saw my biological dad beat my mom, do terrible things to my mom. Every day, my sister and I had to hide in the closet, hide in our rooms, hide outside, do whatever we can to get away from this man because we were scared of him, right? And so then I get adopted and I see this new man who put me and my sister in his life and put us in with him and his wife, which is my mom, and see how he loved and respected her every day, right? Why do I see that, right? Because as a really young age, I connected one thing in my brain, that one day I am gonna be a father, and I will never, ever, 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 I'll tell you right now, ever let my kid feel the way that I felt sitting there in that closet with my sister, crying our eyes out, hoping that our dad didn't come in there and beat us up too that day, right? And the one thing that I realized, that if I'm gonna make sure that my kid never felt like that, that meant that I would have to have unconditional love for her mom, right? So I think right now, in the big sense that I'm just a good guy, I want to be a good husband, right? When really my why is that I never want to see another kid feel the way I felt when I was a kid. And so maybe being a good husband isn't enough for me when I'm so hurt and I'm in the deep crap in life. When everything's hit the fan, maybe that's not going to be enough for me. Maybe I can try something else. Maybe there's a plan B. Maybe I can do whatever. But if I know that my why is that I'm not going to let my kid sit there and see me fail, see me hurt, see me treat her bad because I couldn't make PHP work, that why right there is what's going to keep me going. And that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for letting me speak. Great opportunity. It's good talking to y'all.
Chance, you brought the fire.
Go.
All right, good.
Get the call started.
Well. Way to start the call off. Come on, Chance. Bring that fire, brother. I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome. That was amazing. That was amazing. Man, I'm done. Call is over. Thank you so much, everybody. You can just playing. Way to shut it down, baby. Way to shut it down. Next up, Mr. Joe Smith, leader of SFG. Do we have you on the call to introduce our next speaker?
Let's go, Joe.
What's going on, hear me?
Yes, sir. Call is
Cool. I'm going to have Glenda actually bring her up. So, Glenda, I see you right here. If you can unmute yourself, go ahead and bring her up, if you could.
So the next young lady that we have on the call is Janelle Pradia. She attempted to do the business about a year ago and the time wasn't right for her. I sent her a message on, I think it was IG, just responding to one of her posts. And she called me right away and she said, I'm ready. I said, you're ready? She said, yeah. And she came in and just took the opportunity by storm. She's made a lot of progress. She's one recruit away from hitting associate, and she's only been in the business for about an hour and a half. So at this time, I'm gonna let her share her story. Janelle, can you hear me?
I'm here.
The call is yours.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak on this call. I'm super duper excited. So I joined PHP because I want to set myself up for my future. I'm tired of working at a full-time job where I have to ask everything. Can I go to the bathroom? Can I go here? Can I do this? Can I have a week off? So I really want to be independent, and I see PHP as a vehicle to get me there. Also to get myself out of my student loan debt, yeah, just to live a fabulous life that matches my personality. So I'm super excited. And I want to call out Tony because I'm coming for that FA spot. So I will be the first. And so thank you guys for my time. Thank you.
Yes, Janelle, let's get it.
wow. Wow. Okay. She was short, sweet, and was like, hey, here you go. And by the way, I'm coming after my spot, Tony, in case you didn't know, okay? I love it. I love it. I love it. I like when new people have a spirit of competition and like stirs up the base. It's like crazy. So cool. Thank you so much for sharing, Janelle. Next up, once again, let's give it up to Miss Helen Burton, BCE, in the place to be.
Woohoo! It is the place to be. I am so excited about this young lady. Ashley Gilbert joined our team, and she is already transforming families. She's a single parent. She is doing everything. She's extremely coachable, and I'm just so excited to see her grow. She has definitely brought a lot of fire to our team, and so it is my pleasure. She is actually changing the way single mothers live, and so we're super excited for her. So it's my pleasure to introduce Ashley Gilbert.
Thank you, Helen. Okay, so today I decided I was going to talk about overcoming your biggest fear and getting out of your comfort zone. As most everybody on my team knows, public speaking is my biggest fear. So when I found out I was going to be talking tonight, number one, I was super honored. And then number two, I about threw up. I didn't know, oh my gosh, how do I do that? How do I get on that call? But Helen is right. Like, I am a newly single mom. It was a very big adjustment for me. And about 3 months ago, I thought that I was at rock bottom. I was freshly divorced, learning the new roles, but also I was in a job where I was just miserable, like freaking miserable. There's just no way to say it. I did something I had never done, and I walked out. I gave my notice at 8 o'clock that morning. By 5 o'clock that day, I was done. Just the anxiety, like pulling me down. Every time I walked in that office, I felt like I was suffocating, and I didn't really feel like I was treated right or being treated for what I was worth. And so I knew there had to be something out there. The next morning after I quit, I woke up and I was so relieved. But then I was like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't have a job, I'm a single mom, oh my God. So I have to thank social media, because one of my friends, I had been watching her and she didn't know that I was, and she kept posting something about working at home and this new opportunity. Well, she was talking about PHP. Her name's Kimberly Thomas. I think she's on this call right now. So I reached out to her, and by the end of the day, I was on a call with her and Ashton, and they sold me the dream, and I saw it right then and there. I was all in, no questions asked. And here I am a couple months later, and I see the big picture. I have my why, which is my daughter. She is amazing. So I'm getting out of my comfort zone, and I'm talking to all y'all, and I'm going places.
Woo!
Welcome. That's amazing story. I love the transparency that everybody has. And guess what? You just picked up a whole family of about like 200-300 people, so it's going to be all good. So
I'll take it.
Welcome to the MAXLIFE family. Welcome. All right, thank you so much for sharing. All right, next up, last but certainly not least of our 2-minute speakers, let's go ahead and give it up for Mr. Iron Man himself, Joel Molina. Could you introduce our next speaker, kind sir?
Absolutely, man. I'm loving this call. This call is fired up, man. But guys, I want to introduce you guys a person that I believe can take over the ATL. The first conversation we had, man, he's an attorney. He's licensed both in Atlanta, Georgia, and Los Angeles, California. But his heart is, he's an entrepreneur at heart, man. Everything that he speaks is value, guys. So if I were you, I will pay attention to this name because he's going to share his story. I'm so grateful for, the introduction. Tim Webb introduced me to him, and we since we talked, I was talking to him about the books that I'm reading. He's ordering the books online, guys. He's ordering the books on the spot. Yeah. So with that said, without further ado, Brian,
quick,
welcome to the call, man. Go ahead.
All right, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. I don't know how I could. It's funny because you inspired me as well. Not only did I order those books, I've ordered all of these books since then. So I'm really looking forward to getting into all of it. My name is Brian Granville from South Central LA. I graduated from Howard University, worked in politics for 7 years before I went to law school. So what I'm doing now is really my third or fourth career. I've been blessed to be pretty much successful in everything I've ever done other than relationships with the females. So I'm still trying to learn that. And as my wife looks at me. So I'm excited to be here. Tim, like I said, I want to thank Joe, Tim, and Curtis Eatman for giving me this opportunity to help a lot of people and to make a lot of money and start creating some generational wealth, because that's what we're all trying to do, right? So pretty much I got into the business because it was a natural fit here in Atlanta. I do a lot of estate planning, a lot of elder law, and I used to post different blogs and advertise on it, and Tim reached out to me and said, this is a natural fit, which I'm finding it is. I think I've been in the business probably maybe 2 weeks now. I'm scheduled to take the test. I've already signed up like 3 or 4 people. I've sold I referred business to my partners, about 3 different policies. And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited to create opportunities not only for myself, but for my family and for other people, so we all can make things happen. You know, they say there's 3 types of people in the world: those who watch things happen, those who make things happen, and those, when they get almost a little older than I am, they look back on their life and they wonder what the hell happened. So I want to be proactive in these things. I want to be a co-creator with God. I want to create and manifest opportunities by my thoughts and backed up by my actions, and be able to command things to appear in my life. So I know the secret behind that, and I encourage all of us to, control our thoughts and be optimistic, to learn, but not, it was in Ashley, like Ashley said, feel the fear, but do it anyway, right? So that's my motto. And so I'm, looking forward to learn. Did I leave anything out, Joel?
Yeah, we're taking over the ATL. I wanted to come from you, though.
Yeah, that's my goal. I mean, my goal is to take over this market and do a lot of great things for the team.
Come on,
right,
baby.
all right.
Let's go.
All right,
Let's
All
go.
right, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. So listen, what that should have told all of you is that, go ahead and mute yourself. That's what it really should have told y'all. Should have told you to mute. But what that story should have told you guys was not to be scared of folks with high identities, okay? So there are estate planners, estate attorneys and elder law attorneys that could partner with us in an effort to provide more services to their clients, because they're already trusted professionals, right? So some of you, hint, hint, come on, let's hit FA, go out there and start looking for these attorneys like Brian on LinkedIn. Don't be scared. Everybody's looking for an opportunity to not only help clients, but also make a little extra money. They want to make a little extra money too. And so thank you so much, Brian, for your time. Love what you had to say. ATL takeover, loving it, loving it, loving it. All right. Next, guys, we have our, I want to say, let me see, let's take a look at that time. Okay, yeah, we good to go. We are right on time. Our next 4 to 5 minute speakers, 4 to 5 minute speakers. These folks have earned the time to speak based on the activity that they have done, and I'm super excited to introduce the next person coming up. What can I say about the next person coming up? Every day she is growing and learning something new. She's on every call, guys. She's a wealth of information. It's going to be hard to replace her as BSC, but she is the BSC for Emancipators Financial Alliance. She's on fire right now. Everything that comes out of her mouth is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and give it up to Miss Olivia Mingo.
Olivia, get it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, family.
Go live.
Awesome. Thank you so much to our leadership for allowing for me to speak on this call and to grow with an amazing organization and an amazing family. I literally love you guys. Like, if you guys don't know, you guys are my family. Like, I put this family before my DNA. Let's just say that. But for those of you that don't know me, my name is Olivia. I'm the base shop coordinator for Emancipators Financial. My personal background is administration and customer service. My mission is to break the chain of poverty within our communities. And to also help develop and coach young women to be the CEO of their own lives. I am going to be the first marketing director out of Emancipators Financial. So look for that. FireCo is the flag carrier for EFA, period. And while I will hit FA in the next week, because I will do that. And I also want to say, because there was a bet out there that nobody has hit yet for 10-10-10 the long way. I did put money in that pot and I am coming for it. So let me just let that be known. I am coming for it. I checked that and I'm about to hit it. I'm not that far away. I'm going to hit FA the short way and the long way. And then I'm going for director. For my call outs, I'm going to call him out because he said I won't, but everybody knows I'm going to say what I want to say. So Perry, I am calling you out first to MD. I do have a call out for Kevin, but I already addressed that. Perry, I have no problem calling you out. I don't even know if you're on this call, but if you are, you heard it. But I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm doing everything I need to do for my coach. And that's it. If you got something to say it. I'm not afraid to open my mouth. I'm not afraid to say what I need to say. I love you guys. You're my family, and let's go kill it.
Yes, Olivia, can't wait to get to that.
Heat, sis.
Go.
Love it. Let's go.
I'm sorry, I'm a little late. I was scrolling through to see if Perry was on. And he's not. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Way to bring the fire, Olivia. Trying to emancipate a brother, you know what I'm saying? He just want to be stuck. You can't help everybody, right? So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I love it. She brings fire every time. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let me see. I know he's on. I just need to. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and ask our coach if he will introduce the next speaker. As a matter of fact, you know what? Coach, you good? I think I can do this. I'll go ahead and do it. All right, here we go. The next speaker up, ladies and gentlemen, you heard this gentleman. He really needs no introduction. He introduces himself. He's always dapper. He's always fly. He's making a name for himself and in a big way. I think number 4. I think the dude is number 4 on a leaders bulletin. This is nuts. I think the dude's number 4. Anyway, let's go ahead and give it up to Mr. John Rodriguez, baby. The call is yours. You got 4 to 5 minutes. Tell us what you want to
Let's go, John.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
John. Get it. So, Coach, actually, let me give you my 2-minute story for the people on the call that are brand new that don't know about my story. Last year I lost my wife to stage-4 breast cancer, and I have 2 boys. One is 9, the other one's 11. And, we're going through the struggles on that aspect of it. But Coach told me to talk about hitting the director promotion. So why should you run for director? Why should you run it? By running for director, it will allow you to become a junior broker, which will put you at a 60% contract rather than a 30, 40, or 50% contract. Who wants to be just at a 30, 40, 50% contract? I don't. Yes, I'm an FA, but I'm going to hit director and surpass that. The biggest benefit of a junior broker is now you're truly part of a leadership team, which will give you credibility for not only for yourself, but it will show credibility to your team, and it shows the team that it's possible to hit any promotion they want. Becoming a director will give you the momentum needed for you to hit MD as 75% contract. Let's go. I'm fired up about that. The difference between an FA and a director. For example, as an FA, if you want to make $5,000 in premium a month, sorry about that. You want to make $5,000 premium a month, you'll only need to do $297 in premium each week for the month to be able to generate $5,000. What other company gives you that? For a director, if you want to make $5,000 in premium a month, you only need to do $248 in premium each week for the month to generate $5,000. Easy work. So why wouldn't you take advantage on the director promotion? Why wouldn't you? The way to get there would be to promote as many FAs for the next 2 weeks while it's on sale at $444. I hit it. my second week or my second round. This is the third time now. If you leverage the FA promotion, it will align yourself to hit the director promotion, which will not only supercharge your business, but it will catapult you past the director promotion and not only to your MD run. I'm not stopping at director. I want MD and above. At the end, it's a win-win overall. I know I will hit not only director, I'm telling you, not only director, but I'm going to hit MD, SVP. I am going to the top. Going to the top. And I'm telling you that right now. My personal benefit, write this down. Is there another industry out there that puts you in position to set yourself up to make money while you sleep? What other company out there makes you have money while you sleep? It's facts. It is facts. So I'll leave you with this. Success starts in the mind. I'll repeat that again. Success starts in the mind. Be coachable. Be accountable. Follow the PHP system. Continue to personally grow. Be duplicatable. Coachable. Bring out the best version of yourself in everyone. Set higher goals. Always challenge yourself. Always challenge yourself. Always know your numbers for your next promotion. There's no such thing as a perfect plan. Take risks. It's part of life. And lastly, have a 5-level mentality in everything you do. Everything you do. I just know I'm the flag carrier for MAXLIFE. I'm going to rise Curtin Spring to SVP. I'm going to have Liberation. Bring him up to have Dr. Cooper get us in the team of the decade. I'm going to do my part. Are you? That's my time. Thank you.
Let's go.
Come on, Jay Money, let's go, baby. That's right, that's right. That part.
That is Mr. Right.
Can somebody say mic drop, please?
Mic drop, please.
Love it, love it, love it, John. Thank you so much, man. Fire me up every time you speak, man. The message is so clear, on point. Definitely flag carrier talk. I love it, I love it, I love it. And then our last, but certainly not least, 4 to 5 minute speaker for this evening. I'm also going to have her MD introduce her. I could totally do it myself because I've come to grow fond of this person. She has a very close relationship with my BSC, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to my MD, Mr. Joel Molina.
Man, that boy, John, he's been reading. I can tell he's been reading, man. But guys, I'm so fired up about what's going on. I got to say that I feel blessed of the financial power team that I'm building in my base shop right now. So proud of everybody that's coming on. Guys, never give up, because when you're praying for somebody to come and change your base shop, they just show up at the office. And that's what happened with Champagne and her husband. These are people that I was praying for. They are the next agency owners, the next MDs coming out of Las Vegas. I am so proud of what they have going on. They are just so classy. And I'm going to let her show you guys what she's planning. Without further ado, Champagne Johnson, take the call.
Let's go, Champagne.
Let's go, Miss Johnson.
Let's go, Champagne. Represent the Bay.
Let's go, Fred. Thank you so much, everyone, for making that noise. And Coach, thank you so much for the opportunity. I know you said you were praying for us to come to you, but we were praying for somewhere to go. Okay, so we knew what to do, but we had to go somewhere with this. So thank you so much for accepting us into the Fortaleza family and pouring into us all that you do. I know that Fortaleza is the MD factory, okay? So it's no surprise that we're going to be popping out soon, but thank you so much for everything that you've done for us. Also, C4 and Spring, for the example that you give to myself and my husband, also everything else that you pour into us with the training and everything. But man, I'm so fired up, you guys. All these speakers, from all the newest people on the call to Olivia and John, like, you guys just fired me up. I absolutely love to hear from you guys. sis, I love seeing you more and more on these calls speaking, Olivia. Absolutely love it. So, but I'm going to get into the message. Most of you guys know who I am, right? So I'll just tell a quick, a little bit about myself. You guys know my background is military. My husband's background is military. Most of my family comes from the military. So I do come from servicing our country. And now I just have moved to servicing our community. And that's pretty much all I'll say about that. But today I was asked to speak on the topic of the marketing director run. Okay, and why it's important. So the first thing I want to say about this is that, there's only 10% or less of the agents within PHP who are going to hit marketing director. So check me out. This is how I think of it. If I can be 10% in that 10%, then I can be in the 1%. And you guys know what I mean by that. There's basically two different things that motivate people when it comes to, in my opinion, a big run like this. So it's either going to be moral or it's going to be financial. And I'm going to talk about both of those. But the first one I'm going to talk about is going to be financial. So obviously, if you can get into that 10%, guys, of PHP, you could get into the 1% of the income earners in the United States, is what I'm saying. Okay, we have this beautiful, beautiful thing that unless you've been living under a rock, you know about the great equalizer bonus, right? Y'all know about that, right? So, I mean, me and my husband were just talking about this the other day, like, okay, what level GEB do we have to hit so that all of our bills just get paid by GEB every month, right? Like, that's an opportunity that you don't have in corporate America, right? To just know that GEB is structured to where just based off of you, duplicating yourself in, and your team working together, your bills are getting paid. Does that make sense? Like, that's, to me, it makes perfect sense. Being, like I said, duplicating yourself into your team and everybody working together, you are getting a bonus just from being a leader. So that's one thing. Obviously the contract level, right? That's coveted in this industry. Where are you going to go where you're going to immediately get a high contract level like that? It's not hard, guys. It's not hard. And I'm going to talk about the strategy to hit it in a second. But guys, the financial part of it, obviously, like I said, GEB, being able to override, right? The best ride, right? So you finally have an opportunity to override. I'm a director with the company. Very grateful to have that position. But let's just face it, when I hit MD, that's when the override game was going to start. That's when the override game is going to start. That's where I get some freedom, right? Anybody can hit associate. Anybody can hit FA. And I actually believe that anybody can hit director. As long as you duplicated yourself while you were in FA, you can hit director. But MDs are builders. Marketing directors are builders. And I'm going to keep using Joel as an example. He's a builder. He has direct MDs, right? He's a builder. And that's something that you have to be a builder to become a marketing director, right? So again, that's overrides. That's all this financial stuff, right? All these things. And now I want to talk to you guys about the moral stuff, because this is what moves me. Obviously, I want some cash, right? But this is what moves me, is the morals why I will become a marketing director. So the first thing is going to be building a team culture. I've always, I ran track, and I didn't want to be I wanted to be the anchor, right? In the 4x4 relay. When I was a cheerleader, I was the captain of the cheerleading team, okay? So when I want to make some noise, I want to be able to influence people, right? So being a marketing director for me means that I'm going to be able to influence my base shop. If I come in with a smile on their face, man, everybody else better have one on their face too, or else we got some problems, right? Like Champagne's always smiling. You have no idea what's going on, but she's always got a smile. She's always ready to help somebody, so you guys better do the same, right? So for the first thing, morally, is going to be, building a culture. The second thing is building leaders. I'm so huge on this. I have a superstar stud that just came on the team. Her name is Alasia. You guys are going to know who she is, man. Building her as a leader within BTC, within Fortaleza, within MAXLIFE is all I need. I absolutely love having that opportunity, man. Seeing her on these calls, seeing her edify me with her field trainings, and seeing how she's growing in the business, that's all I need. Like, I could step back with just that, and knowing that, I'm helping this person grow in the business and personally, right outside of business. So many things. So again, morally, we have building leaders, we have developing a culture. And then for me, again, fulfilling myself morally by knowing that I have given back, because check it out. C4 doesn't have to do everything that he does. Let's back up. Patrick Bet-David doesn't have to do everything that he does for us, okay? Dr. Lynn Cooper doesn't have to do everything that he does. C4 doesn't have to do everything he does. And now my MD, Joel Molina, doesn't have to do everything he does. So because of that, I'm gonna do everything I can for everybody that's on my team. I'm gonna give everything I can for everybody who's a part of my team, everybody who wants to learn, everybody who wants to grow, everybody who wants to make from $1,000 to $20,000 a month. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna do everything I can as a marketing director. That is morally how I'm fulfilled from doing that. Okay, so again, I'm really fired up, guys, but I want to stay on time. So I want to now talk about the structure, right? So, and John mentioned this, when they had that first FA promotion, that was my first month that I hit 25 in a month. That was when I got my black shirt, because I promoted 2 direct FAs, right? And plus I went 12 wide. It was easy. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, take advantage of this. Take advantage. He brought this whole promotion back to make it easier for you guys. Who do you guys, when you do pop out of the base shop, who do you guys think is going to be your certified field trainers? Who do you think is going to be taking, matching out for you? Your FAs and directors. So you better promote them now while you're in the base, while it's on discount. Promote them now and bring them out of the base with you and build a monster base shop and have those certified field trainers who are making money. Have those people lined up to hit director and up their contract level so they can make more money. It's a give and take, guys, but definitely take advantage of this. Definitely take advantage of this opportunity right now to have this 444, because it's too easy. And I'll tell you this, and I'll end with this, guys. Some of you guys might have heard me talk about this when I did the pregame a couple of months ago when they had the FA promotion. FA is on discount right now, 60% off. But you know what's not on discount? The consequences of your inactions. You're going to pay full price for that. I'll say that again. What's not on discount is the consequences of your inactions. So if you do nothing, you will pay full price for that. Again, thank you guys so much for the time. Again, I'm greatly honored to have been able to speak about this topic. Obviously very fired up about it. So again, thank you so much.
Let's go.
Come on now, let's go.
You so smooth with it. You so smooth with the fire.
Let MAXLIFE say amen.
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 With that
Amen.
being said, I'm going to go ahead and introduce someone that is coach, mentor to me. Before I do that, I wanted to share this with you guys really quickly from a book that I'm reading called The Wealth Choice. For you bookheads, it's The Wealth Choice by Dennis Kimbro, K-M-I-B-R-O, The Wealth Choice. And I promise you, I didn't talk to Champagne before this, so it relates to everything that she said. It's absolutely amazing, but here it goes. The future never takes care of itself. It is taken care of, shaped, molded, and colored by the present. Our todays are what our yesterdays made them. Our tomorrows must inevitably be the product of our todays. Those who neglect opportunity and shirk responsibility do so at the peril of any possible financial attainment or advancement. So throw away your money, if you will. Waste it if you must. Waste your possessions, your homes, your resources, but never, ever discard opportunity. No power, no force in the universe can restore to you its value or the possibilities for growth and accomplishments contained within. With that being said, I'll go ahead and bring up my coach and mentor in the business, co-owner of the company and business with his wife and whole family. Let's go ahead and give it up to Mr. Curtis C4. Call is yours.
Let's go, Coach.
Go,
Curtis.
Go. Good job for hosting, by the way. I love what you guys got going on in your organization. I'm just listening. I got like 4 pages of notes in my legal pad from all you guys. You guys are like monsters. Everyone's reading. I can tell like your language is all changed. It's exciting. It's very, very exciting to see as we continue to go. It's gonna be hard for me to follow up because I don't like to read at all. I actually hate it. It's an irritating thing for me. So it's gonna be hard for me to follow up all you guys' energy and everything else. But I loved it from Chance. Chance, you start off the call. I mean, I was gonna start running around the house in a minute. That's what I was going to say when he started talking. I don't even. His energy is infectious, and then I love the transparency from Ashley. I love Janelle's conversation as well. Janelle was like, you know, let me tell you what I'm about to do. You know, I look at Ashley's transparency. I love Brian. I like Brian, man. I didn't get to meet you yet face to face yet, but I like your mindset, man. We're gonna do something big in ATL. I like what you're talking about. And then I listen to John. John, by the way, you are number 3 in the company. You're one direct away from being number 1. Okay, you're one direct from being number 1. I don't know if you like that number 2 spot. You know, Ricky Bobby always says you're not first, you're last. I don't know if you watched that movie or not, but you can go check it out just so you can get some good education for yourself. But I know you want to take the number 1 spot. Looking for you to take that for the end of the month. And then listen to Olivia. We've been having good conversations about signature only, right? Signature only, huh? For some of you may know what that means. It means you just go and you sign or electronically sign. They send the card to you. You don't have to worry about your credit, none of that stuff. No haggle, no nothing. They literally send the car in 45 minutes to whatever you want it to be. That car behind her is eventually going to be signature only. You know, it's going to be pretty exciting. All right, looking forward to that to happen if you can stay consistent with what you got going on. And listen to Champagne. Champagne is she's a different breed. She's a different breed, right? And it's exciting to see what she's got going on in her organization, especially because we just got the notice that she will be adding additional, you know, individuals in her family. She's going wide in other areas, right? She said she went 12 wide in the first month of her business. Now she's going wide in other areas as well. So congratulations to you and your husband, DeVar. Very excited about what you got going on and the life that you're bringing your beautiful kid, eventual beautiful kid, into as well. So with that, guys, I have a couple different announcements to give you just really quickly. There's one that I'm very excited about. And I kind of mentioned, I said, for those that started from the 16th, it's going to benefit you. And then I got a couple different topics that can definitely help you because we got some major things that can be accomplished this month. And let me tell you, one of the biggest things is coming through for the one that actually allowed, to me, without this individual, there is no PHP. And that's a bold statement for me to say. Let me repeat that again. Without this individual, PHP probably would have shut down. Probably would have shut down because of this guy's credibility and what he was able to do. Everyone's like, if he's doing that, I will do it. He provided so much peace when there was so much panic. Because when PHP got started, it was similar to what's going on right now, like similar to a pandemic, but not as obviously, you know, pandemic is a pandemic, but it was the Great Recession. You know, PHP started when there was a recession in 2009. Like everything was crumbling. So people had a lot of fear from leaving their guaranteed positions, jobs, starting companies and stuff like that. So for someone like Dr. Lynn Cooper and Tasha Cooper to say, you know what, I'm going to leave my 6-figure income, my 2 master's degree, my PhD, and to come over to a business to start an insurance, everyone's like, what? If he's doing that, okay, we got peace. So he leveled all the players to have peace in the business to be able to go run. Guys, if there was nobody, I don't know, there's the importance of having what's called a foundation when you're building something strong. Like, especially like right now during a pandemic, if you're not the pillar of your household to keep it calm, everything's erratic then. Someone in the household has to keep everything calm because the world's going crazy right now. So you're going CNN, whatever it is, everyone's going to go crazy already. So someone in that house has to provide some type of peace and say, no worries, everything's good. I don't care what's going on here. This household is fine. This household's fine. We're good. And what Dr. Lynn Cooper did for the PHP agency is that's what he did. He says, everything's going crazy around here. Don't worry, everything's going to be fine. And Patrick was able to look at that as a partnership, and that's why he's a co-founder. So one of the biggest things that we can do, and I'm very, very serious about this, is to come through for him, come through for that alone. So that's called Team of the Decade. And a lot of you guys are new on this call and don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Well, there's always people that pave things before you. There's always someone that does something before you to make it easier for you as well. And this guy did. So today, when we can now get paid twice a week, when I'm able to now make $60,000 a month and all these different stuff, if there's another stuff that ever happened because of him. When there was only like one carrier, when there was no carriers. Think about trying to run a business when there's no carriers. Like you're literally telling people, you're recruiting people to something that they don't even, there's no carrier that represents. Like you're talking about life insurance, but you don't even have a policy to offer them. That was the beginning of PHP agency, by the way. Like literally, when you got a carrier, which was AIG, it would take you 2 months to get paid. 2 to 3 months. You write a policy and you think about you trying to gauge your finances. You got mortgages, you got kids going to private schools, you got all these different stuff, car notes, life happening, and you're trying to gauge your finances every 2 to 3 months from doing something. Would most of you still be doing the business? Think about that. Probably not. All right. So all those leaders from Gaetan to George Palayo, all those individuals started in that era when it was very short. It was very, very tough. And they paved the way for where now we can now step into an organization where you can now leverage a CEO that has 2.5 million subscribers on a valuetainment that who doesn't know who Pastor David is today? You just mentioned his name like, oh, I know who that guy is. Automatic leverage. Where today, now everyone makes money. Today, now you can get paid very simply on Tuesday and Saturday. If you don't make Tuesday and Friday, if you don't make money, it's simply because you haven't fully believed in your personal talent. It's an identity issue. It's not a system issue because so many people are making money at this point. And if you look at our payroll, I'm texting people right now. I'm like, oh, there goes another $1,000 you just made today. That's kind of cool. You made $1,000 today, huh? Another person made $2,000 a day. Oh, you know, today was a $5,000 day for you. Oh, like that's my messages. During going through this whole conversation, listening to you guys, I'm sitting on messages. Because payroll is going crazy today. And this is even from people that quit. Let me read this again. We got people that quit that we still pay. That we still pay to this day. So what a great opportunity that we have in front of us. So I want to bring up a kind of an understanding of what it really means to run for Team of the Decade. And then I'm going to give you guys your announcement. And then we got obviously things to run for, even for your personal lives as well. And I'm pretty excited for you to be able to accomplish those. And so we can hear your story next week as one of the players too. So I'm going to show you very quickly what that looks like. Give me 1 second, pull it up. And this is the leaders bulletin. Okay. I'm going to show you from the run. Okay. So there's a 90-day run and all of you guys are on teams. All right. So some of you guys are on different teams. You're a part of agency owner teams. Maybe it's Fortaleza, maybe it's SFG, maybe it's the base shop. You're in my base shop. Maybe you're world class. Maybe you SWAT, whatever agency you're a part of. My question for you is, what can you do that's bigger than yourself? What can you do to help that agency grow so you can pave the way for when your agency is time for it to open up, that people run the same way for your agency? Because remember this, whatever you do in the base shop is exactly how your team's going to do for you. Whatever you do for that base shop, whatever you do for that agency, exactly when you open up your agency, you open up the doors, they're going to do the same thing for you. It's just the way karma works. It's just how it works, okay? So let me kind of show you exactly who the players are. And you guys have to look at it as well, because you wear a jersey somehow, some way, is if you just want to be a part of the team that's wearing the jersey or you want to be a contributor. I think all of you have a chance to become a contributor. And I think we